Hey guys, Richard here for AndroidCentral.com, and this is the Lenovo Yoga Tablet 10. So this is Lenovo's latest Android tablet. This is the 10-inch version of the Yoga. We've also got an 8-inch version, and it all hinges around an innovative stand on the bottom. So we'll take a quick look at that now. Beneath the stand is a micro SD card slot and a SIM card slot. The back of it's got kind of a scratchy finish, but the stand itself is metal and it feels quite sort of heavy and quite well made. Around the side here, we'll notice how thin the tablet is. We've got standard micro USB port for charging and a big on-off button. Around the other side, we have the headphone jack in the kind of end of the stand and the volume rocker just above it. So it's quite an unusual shape. And very unusually, we've got the camera here in the bottom corner as opposed to the top. So I'm not too sure on that one. We'll have to see. But all in all, it's not the worst tablet design and construction wise. So we'll fire on the display, which is a 1280 by 800 panel. It is a little low on resolution, and we're running Android 4.2.2 Jelly Bean here, which has been kind of customized a little bit with Lenovo's own software. It's a very sort of iOS-esque launcher. There is no app drawer. You just keep scrolling through the screens and you come through all your apps. Quick draw here at the top has also been customized a little bit with Lenovo's own icons. So we'll dive in and take a look at the settings and what we're dealing with. So we have, as we said, got Android 4.2.2 Jelly Bean. And it's been customized. It's not offensive, but it's definitely different to the standard Android experience. One cool thing we've got here is a scheduled power on and off the tablet, so you can actually tell the Yoga when you want it to turn on and off in the morning and the evening, which is pretty handy. Storage-wise, we're looking at 16 gigabytes of onboard storage, but there is a micro SD card slot around the back to expand that. So we'll jump back in here and take a quick look at some of these options. We've got things here for Dolby and brightness and some of the usual things that we find in the Android quick settings drawer. This one here is for the different modes, so you can switch between 3 different viewing modes: one for the stand, one for holding it, and one for when it's kind of propped up. Tilt mode they call it, and it just changes the way the screen looks. And I've actually found that stand mode generally looks the best, whichever orientation you're holding it in. So as we mentioned, it's been customized. There's quite a few apps here preloaded. You've got all the Google stuff, but you've also got a bunch of other stuff as well, and we'll list through that in the full review. We've also got this legacy menu button down the bottom here with a very gingerbread-esque menu. Going back to the hardware though, we'll be looking at these 2 front-facing speakers. They are loud. We've got Dolby software on board, and we'll crank them up and we'll give a little test here of what they're like. So we've got it here in tilt mode as well, one of the other modes, more comfortable for typing. You just literally lay it down, kind of upside down, propped up on the stand, and it's a great angle for typing on. And the third is this hold mode, where you're kind of gripping from the stand to read books, magazines, web content. It's a little awkward though, because obviously the weight is very one-sided on the Yoga 10. What else have we got? Dolby software. So obviously we've heard the speakers. They're very loud. They're very good for watching videos on, listening to music, especially with them being front-facing. And this is kind of what helps with it. So we've got a bunch of different presets for music and videos, and we can just turn it on and off quite easily. The last thing to look at, the camera. We've mentioned before, it's kind of in the bottom corner. It seems to make taking photographs quite awkward because you're having to sort of tilt the tablet up a little bit, but we'll take a lot more look in the full review. That's a very quick look at the Lenovo Yoga 10.